Hey everybody. So I'm doing this video just to let you guys know how we are preparing for Hurricane Milton, who is now a Category 5. So I want to talk about that because of course everybody is very concerned, and I so appreciate your concern. And this is really scary. So let me just let you guys know how we're preparing for it and what it's like here in this area of Florida. So I'm in my concrete barn, and as you guys can see, we have 3 doorways with garage rollers. We're going to have to completely shut this barn down. I biggie. And the reason is, and I'll show you guys, I have 2 barns. We're gonna pretty much keep pulling all of our stuff that's outside in here and use it as storage, like our lawn furniture, patio furniture, etc. We've already brought in a bunch of stuff from the back patio, and whatever's out there. We took down the dressage panels, packed them up, and we put the mangers in the round pen and the mounting blocks in the round pen. Hopefully we'll be okay. So we're going to close up everything here, and we will not have horses in here. One, there'll be no air. There's just no way. I mean, they designed this barn beautifully, but as you can see up in the rafters, I mean, there's just no air. It's not like the ranch that I rented for almost 6 years up the road. 30-stall barn. It was taller than this barn, and it had a hayloft, and you could drive a semi truck into this barn. But the top of it was open, and it was open maybe like 4 feet. So there was tons of air and circulation. We actually worried about the hayloft. We had a lot of gear stored up there, so we kept the horses out. And we're going to keep them out of this barn because, again, we have to lock this whole barn up, and I'll show you why. It's a beautiful barn. This is where my office is in the guest house, which is over there, and then my office is there. But these stall doors, hi sweetheart, the bigs. These stall doors just won't work. So let me show you how. I cannot leave them open. This is the only thing I do not like about this barn. So one, you can look up there. That's how they are secured. And then you can latch these 2 doors together. But if you get a strong wind, it's gonna pull these doors, which are very heavy. It's gonna pull these doors open and or off. So we're gonna have to close them. I'm not gonna keep the horses in here. Again, they're not gonna have any air. It's gonna be really dark. And as you guys can see, my stalls are used as basically run-ins. I mean, they come in here to get out of the rain, to get out of the heat. They get their breakfast. Horses like Zor stay in all day, watch his weight, keep him cool. I'm not putting shavings in here and locking him in all night. So my horses will be out. And then my second barn, we call that the wood barn. This is the concrete barn. It's pretty open. And this is where the mares are. We only have 2 now, Lita and Lovey, and then also Janine's gelding Callan, because Lita is her mare, and Blue. There's 4 stalls up here, a hay room, a storage area, and a feed room. We're not going to keep them in here, even for horses, because we really need to trim these branches. They start scraping all over that roof, and it just drives them crazy. And as you can see, I love Bug, the stalls are open. I mean, all we have are these metal. Come on out, Blue. You do not need to eat all this. Come on, out. Yep, out. Nope, that's Lovey's hay. So we have this to deal with. And yeah, the rain might not come in, but there's no way my horses are gonna stay in here with all that scraping going on and the wind coming through the barn, which isn't bad, but we just have no idea what to expect. And all the years I've been down here, I have had my horses outside. And so what we're gonna do is let's see, we are going to put my phone number, just cut up an old pillowcase, or you can buy ribbon, but this is an old pillowcase, and I put my phone number on it, and we're gonna braid it into their tails. And I'll show you what Lita's looks like. And I'm actually gonna keep them all in the 10-acre pasture. So this is what Lita's looks like. And I'm gonna keep them in the big pasture together. And the big pasture, which is my 10-acre on the other side of the driveway, doesn't have any trees lining the fence. Now up here on the other side of my house, this side of my house, the front pasture by the road has a bunch of trees, and we already experienced some pretty heavy dead branches that fell on our fence up there, took down some of the fence. It didn't take it down completely, but we're just not gonna risk it, so I don't want any horses up there. So everybody's gonna go on the other side of my horse trailer. There's a 10-acre pasture. We've got 20 acres, and there's trees inside the pasture, but they're young. We barely had any branches down at all. And they'll feel so safe together as a herd. So that's what we're doing to prepare. Of course, all that patio stuff will come. We'll take that away and put that in our concrete barn. I love Bug. And that's what we're doing to prepare. Right, Love Buggy? And they'll have their fly masks on. Oh, be nice to your brother. And that's the best we can do, and say our prayers. And believe me, I will not be sleeping. Oh my gosh, not if it's going to be as bad as even a Category 1. A couple of weeks ago, Helene was literally just a big storm for us. It wasn't even a tropical storm here. It was just some strong winds and rain, but the rain wasn't even that hard. So if this is gonna be a 3 when it hits land, and the biggest that I've experienced was a 1, and that was supposed to be a tropical storm back in 17 that upgraded to a Category 1, and we had tornadoes, and it was frightening. It was frightening, you guys. So I am scared, and but I'm gonna say my prayers. There's nothing I can do. I can't come out in a storm like that with tornado-like winds and check on the horses. I can just pray, and that's it. So please pray for everyone in flood areas. We are high and dry here. We are not going to be flooded. The worst that's going to happen is it's just going to be torrential, hard-hitting rain for the horses and strong winds. Just pray for all the people in Florida that aren't high and dry. This isn't just about being on the coast and by the water. This is like Orlando. They got nailed the other year when the hurricane came through Tampa and straight across the state and into Orlando. So I'm just praying for all of those people that, you know, all the flooding, it's really bad, and all the horses that needed to be evacuated. We are blessed that we have the World Equestrian Center only 20 minutes from us, and they are beautiful, generous people, the Roberts family, and they open up their facility to everyone during the hurricanes, and they have 1,500 stalls, and they are booked. So they also have pasture, small pastures and paddocks. So they will be taking in as many people as possible, which is a blessing. I can't take anybody here. I don't have a barn to put horses in. When we had the hurricane hit us back at the ranch in 17, I took horses gladly. I had the space, but we don't have it here. We don't even, we don't have the stalls, but we don't have the pasture to separate horses like that. It's pretty stressful on them when they're being uprooted. So again, thanks for all your concern, and I'll keep you guys updated, you know, after the storm. Thank you.